So bear with us, guys. We're getting things going again. The XSplit completely crashed on us, so thank you very much, XSplit. Jesus Christ. Unbelievable.
Crazies.
Alright, so I gotta put this in the... Oh, that's why I had that open. Alright. Alright. I think that'll do it. I just put in the stream continues here. Hopefully everyone that was on the last stream sees it. Not much other options though, so.
Truth be told.
It's Gremlins. What the chuckles dick happened there? Yeah, XSplit just crashed on us entirely, so. Awesome. Fucking great. No one can get a goddamn live stream program that just works. It's fucking ridiculous, dude. There's not one program that just works without fucking up somehow. Alright. So, we're going to wait until more people filter in and we'll continue on here. Ugh. God. That's so frustrating, dude. Why? Only with us? Oh, no, it's not true. It's not only with us. It happens to a lot of people.
Yes, indeed.
Fucking YouTube needs to get their stuff straight, or XSplit needs to fix their stuff.
Truly.
It's not even, look, it's not even going to show the live stream on here because YouTube sucks so much that it can't even arrange. Alright, so let me make sure that that's saved in the new link. Stream continues here. Alright.
All that bloody carnage on my face.
There we go. So everyone can now follow the link and jump over to the actual stream.
Yep.
So we've got 15 people that have made it. Let's see. News with even more booze. We backity back. 2020 and tech is still behind. Yeah, it does seem that way. All right. Anthony DeCharo. The only news worth watching is back. Thank you. Webpay Pictures. What's up, Cody? Good to see you, man. So, hope things are going well with Voorhees. We're anticipating it. We just determined that we are going to be filming Dylan's New Nightmare in the end of May, so we'll be there releasing relatively soon as well.
Josh Murray was acting about Golden Years, man. Yes, that's his. Well, it's definitely an upcoming Stephen King coverage of some sort, but yeah.
Just not yet.
Not of the highest priority based on quality. So.
All right, I think we finished. Oh, I gotta move the. Oops, gotta move the microphone back so it can hear both of us.
Indeed, we did more or less like jump over for this new bit. The fact that, man, 4 more seasons, 10, 11, 12, 13.
Why are you keep move this way? Move this way.
Oh yeah,
get closer.
Sorry.
All right. Not
I've
that close.
Stayed
Not
in
that
the
close.
same spot.
I know, but well, the TV didn't move. So been a long road, but excited to finally release it soon. Congrats on that. Definitely excited to see it. Thank you, sir. So we're gonna move on to the next story, which is story number 4.
Mm-hmm.
So Fuego, yeah, what happened here?
Well, this is all about the fact that there was a lot of speculation. They're like, okay, season 10 of excuse me, season 9. Blah. Thank you. Yes, they basically were renewed for like 4 more seasons, essentially.
4 more seasons.
4 more seasons. Yeah, yes, bring it on, bring it on. And Sarah Paulson will be coming back in a significant role in the upcoming 10th season, which is interesting. But after doing all of the convention coverage with you, man, I have kind of fallen off of this series, and I don't think the returns have been as intriguing since I mean, hell, honestly, since the election season, that was the one where I
I didn't even finish
really
that.
start to lose myself. And I thought Roanoke was so intriguing in the way that they halved it, and the performances were terrific, and it was just very intriguing in everything they were attempting to be doing. And the series has just kind of like petered off, and they tried the gimmick of bringing in like previous characters with. Season 8, I want to say. That was where they had the whole apocalypse thing going on.
So, yeah.
Yeah, and they had the crossovers from the previous ones, but yeah, I don't know. FX, especially with the loss of Murphy, he is going to do other stuff on Netflix. He is not even going to be involved in the creation process.
I'm okay with that.
Are you?
I am. I'm
You
ready
think
for
that's
a new
solid transition.
I'm fine with someone else taking over, because let someone else that doesn't have such clear agendas in every single season.
Which he has. I mean, to
100%,
be fair.
100%. So let someone else that doesn't have those agendas, that can just focus on the horror. Let's see what they can do with an anthology horror series that has as much notoriety as American Horror Story does.
Yeah.
So if that's the case, if Ryan Murphy is no longer directly in control of it, then that's actually exciting for me. So
yeah, he is departing, and FX is going to continue on and bring in different people and stuff like that. So yeah, maybe fresh voices. It's proven itself with The Walking Dead. In the fact that they can bring on new showrunners and new show leaders and take off prior characters and stuff like that, and still, for these long-running horror shows, make things interesting, so to speak.
So yeah, I don't think it's not a terrible thing that it's been extended, especially knowing that they're going to be shaking up the blood at this point. So I'm okay with it. I mean, extending it for 4 more seasons, it's a bit crazy.
It's ambitious.
It's a bit ambitious, but I don't know. We'll see what happens. I only watched the first couple episodes of Election. I only watched the first episode of Apocalypse, and I didn't watch any of 1984. I will watch that one just to see how it goes, because it seems like a fun. Everyone was saying the slasher aspect was fun, but I also saw some people saying that it stumbled in the last episode, so that's not good. So
Interesting.
I'll give it a try. We'll see what happens. But let's go ahead and move on to the next episode. Otherwise, this news is going to take forever.
Yeah, I was about to say, and that I'm like super down with this next bit.
I knew you would be.
Yeah, and the fact that yes, Mike Flanagan's 3-hour cut of Doctor Sleep is available live. I haven't watched it this past week yet, and that's for the sheer fact that they wouldn't allow me to rent it, unfortunately, which was really kind of craptastic. I'm gonna, no, dude, I'm gonna buy it when
I'm gonna buy the Blu-ray 100%.
Yeah, same. When it comes out on home release in like a week or so. But am I really going to digitally purchase something that I am
gonna get the Blu-ray anyway?
Buy the same physical copy?
No, 100% not.
Yeah, just to have that 2-week advance and stuff. And there were people asking me on the Hail to Steve Facebook group earlier this week. They said, hey man, where's the review coming of this? And I was like, well, Cecil and I have to both watch it personally, and it's not readily available. If I could have rented it, that would have been one thing, but since it was not readily available, that just kind of sucks. But Flanagan has apparently re-edited this entire film. It's divided into chapters in this new version of it.
Just like because I just watched on Netflix the Hateful Eight, the extended version, which was divided into 4 episodes.
I've still never done that, man.
It was great. Honestly, experiencing in that way was way better than experiencing it in the movie form that I saw it in. So that sounds like what he's done with Dr. Sleep, and I'm 100% okay with that.
Yeah, the only way I experienced Hateful Eight was the original theatrical aspect, and then they had the little like writer's interlude, so to speak, and I didn't have like the full extended complete aspect of it, but there was so much that they could do with Dr. Sleep and with additional character backstory of the True Knot, of everything in man, I mean. Sorry.
Good story, bro.
Oh, no, but I'm just thinking about like Danny Torrance and like every nasty aspect of what we see in his young years and all of that. I mean, yeah, this could be very not prolific enough for Fuego to talk about significantly right here.
I guess,
and
apparently.
There, obviously. 3 hours. Flanagan, come on, man. That's... News with booze, I suppose. What else can
3 hours,
what else
Flanagan. Come on, man. I mean, okay, that's as deep as we're getting nowadays. All right, sweet.
That's terrible because
I thought you'd have some thoughts. I didn't realize they were all going to go out the window. All right, so my thoughts on it are I'm always excited for director's cuts. I like director's cuts, and I fully trust Flanagan. I have the extended Haunting of Hill House Blu-ray set over there where there's 4 extended episodes. I haven't watched it yet, but I will.
do I. Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I have nothing but faith. And again, having watched The Hateful Eight, now divided up into 4 segments with the extended version, I see how that can work. And I think with Dr. Sleep, it would work quite well, you know. So I'm excited about it, for sure.
Well, I mean, the biggest thing for me is that WB gave him the opportunity to have new score, to have new effects added, all this different shit. You know, they were basically, yes, yeah, they were very.
How much more time? 20 minutes?
Well, it was what, like 328 something, or excuse me,
228.
228.
So 30
like
minutes.
That. Yeah, so almost 30 minutes of new footage, and
it's the James Cameron effect.
Very much so, and I'm okay with that.
Yeah,
you know?
I love the James Cameron extended cuts. They're some of my favorite movies of all time. The extended Aliens and the extended Abyss and the extended Terminator 2 are 3 of the best action and sci-fi movies you'll ever watch.
Yeah, sometimes the addition works well, and sometimes it does not. I mean, sorry.
All right, so next
Flanagan
story.
regard, it's always good.
Next Flanagan story before I go.
Yeah,
back-to-back Flanagans.
Next Flanagan story. So we are all disappointed to a slight degree in the fact that yes, Flanagan is not going to be directing every episode of the sequel to Hill House and everything like that. Nightmare on Bryn something. Oh God, I should really have my notes properly put together for this, but yes, he is only doing he's only doing 2 to 3 of the new Hill House sequel, but he is directing every episode of this Midnight Mass craziness, which was essentially, this is where Flanagan is so cool. Okay, so he had his wife writing that script in Hush, which was all about Midnight Mass. That was the title of the script. It was about a religious cult, craziness, and so on and so forth. He is essentially doing this movie that is the Midnight Mass that his wife was writing about in Hush.
Oh, okay.
So he's keeping it all in ideas, continuity,
cool.
And
Marshall, I love that.
All the tie-in different shit, man, and that is just so dope. Yeah, she will. Right. I think it's cool though. I have always been, since the Jonestown stuff that I watched as a kid, fascinated and frightened by the aspect of just religious hypocrisy and taking everybody in, and the essence of belief, and so on and so forth. And that is what he is apparently doing. And he proclaimed on Twitter in January that he is directing, unlike on the Hill House sequel, he is directing every episode of this visualization of the story that in his kind of tying in universe his wife was writing about in Hush, which is really dope. So
yeah, I don't know enough about it I'm excited for anything Flanagan does, and if it's entirely his creation, then sure, I'm totally on board for it. I'll just have to wait and see.
Specifically, yeah.
But I'm on board for it.
Yeah, no other details beyond that, man. And that's the thing where it's just okay, and they're expanding their own personal storytelling, and it's cool on that regard, I suppose. So
cool.
Yeah.
So the next one is one that's, I guess, more up my alley than yours, and that is that The Witcher is having an animated movie called Nightmare of the Wolf coming to Netflix on hot on the heels of the popularity of the actual Netflix Witcher live action series, which has a 2nd season already in the works and has apparently surpassed Mandalorian in worldwide watches in quick form. So yeah, they're cashing in on the success of The Witcher by making a animated movie, which I personally am all about. I like animated horror stuff, especially, there's a lot of really good stuff out there. There's the CG animated Resident Evil movies. There's the animated Dead Space movies. There's a lot of great animated horror out there based on existing properties. So why not The Witcher? You know, you can really focus on... There's some great animes out there where characters are hunting down monsters, and that's just what The Witcher is. So why wouldn't it lend itself to animation? And why are you a third off camera again? You're looking at the same screen I am. Are you not? All right, thank you. So what are your thoughts on it? What are your thoughts on it?
Well, I mean, having not watched The Witcher, unfortunately, I can't really say too much about that particular fact, but I love Devil May Cry. I love, I mean,
Dante's Inferno was another good one. Another good animated one.
Solid one. Yeah, that was the one that was. Oh God, yes, I'm remembering like the different levels of hell and all the wackiness of that regard.
They went for it.
I don't know, man. It's something that definitely fills a particular void where I've loved Akira and I've loved Vampire Hunter D and I've loved, just various aspects of like delving into the horror aspect significantly, and this seems to be something that could segue into that sort of creativity, expansion, and I don't know. Mikey Mnemonic has talked various times about the fact that this has rich history in novels, in video games, and all kinds of other stuff. So, expandability throughout, there's tons and tons of possibilities. So, yeah, bring it the hell on, man.
All right, so the next one we can both speak to, and go ahead. Now, this is having to do with our viewing of Color Out of Space, which we just reviewed this week, which is a fantastic independent horror movie that is Lovecraft-centric, made by once disgraced director Richard Stanley. And we loved that movie, and apparently it's been received well enough where what's happened for you?
Yeah, so we apparently have him already going into post-production.
Pre-production.
Pre-production, sorry. News with booze.
And he reaches for more booze. Can't say the right word, reaches for more booze.
Of course, that's the way, like this is all going down. No, but Richard Stanley, man, I mean, on point with all of his stuff with Hardware, with Dust Devil, even in all the pre-production and attempts to make the island of Dr. Moreau his own. Didn't work out, unfortunately, but there was that fantastic documentary that you and I checked out, obviously. And, yeah, Color Out of Space, fantastic, interesting, and very distinctive in its interpretation, because there have been previous ones with The Curse, and, there was one in the 60s, there was one in 2008, blah, blah, so on and so forth. But, yes, he has the Dunwich Horror, which is also in that same... I was looking to see if the book was beside me. It is not. Color Out of Space, I just read.
Oh, it's in the same... It's a short story from that same collection?
Yes, it is.
Get out of here.
Yes,
okay.
It is, man. And that's actually Richard Stanley trying
So that whole book you have is a whole Lovecraft book?
It's all Lovecraft. It's
Damn.
all Lovecraft shorts and all of the different stuff that he has done.
Cool.
And it all ties in, man. Whether it's, stuff about the Arkham City and, different reverberations of all the nastiness that transpires here and forth. But, yes... Dunwich Horror is apparently going to be Richard Stanley's next in this building, like, I don't know, just whole...
The LCU, the Lovecraft Cinematic Universe.
What else could you call it, man?
Yeah.
I mean, it's just all going to be tying in. He says that the Necronomicon is going to play a part in this particular
That's
story.
exciting, because we got a bit of the Necronomicon in Color Out of Space.
We did.
The daughter was studying
some,
it.
Hints to it, yeah. And
hints? No, straight up. She had the book.
Yeah, she did. Yeah.
Not like the Evil Dead. It was like a little journal-like version of it, it seemed like. But yeah, she did have a Necronomicon, so that's what it's supposed to deal with. But after watching Color Out of Space, I'll watch, the next 4 movies that Richard Stanley makes, because he bought that much leeway with that one movie, in my opinion. I loved it.
Yeah, it was awesome. Visually, storytelling standpoint, yes, exactly. And yeah, it was compelling and a lot of fun, and I am very much excited.
Yeah, he told that movie storytellerly.
Didn't I though? Yeah, this guy isn't very news with boozy. Can you guys tell?
Well,
not at all.
No, I didn't have as much. Dude, if we were both that way, we would be in trouble because this would go on for hours.
True.
And people would be like, what is happening?
No.
All right, so yes.
Stanley Stanley
very
doing
excited
more
about it.
Lovecraft.
Yeah,
dude.
very excited about it after
badass.
Color Out of Space.
I mean,
if you haven't watched Color Out of Space, go Story Tory hashtag.
Thank you, Mikey. What else is the purpose of this all supposed to be?
All right, next one. Story number 9 is Warner Brothers is reviving Justice League Dark. So for a while, Warner Brothers was in talks to make Justice League Dark, and even for a little while, Guillermo del Toro was attached to either produce or direct. I think it might have been direct briefly, and then produce.
Yeah,
he was
downshifted
over to
like
produce.
The P and then the EP itself.
Right, and so and then it just died entirely. Mm-hmm. But, for whatever reason, Warner Bros. Has decided to revive it. I don't know if that's because they are anticipating Harley Quinn and the Birds of Prey to do really well, or
which
why.
is also R-rated. And the fact that,
Justice League Dark would have to be R-rated to do it right. But it would bring in Constantine, so they'd have to bring Matt, whatever his name is,
this is where
over.
This is where it's so intriguing, right? Because
they should bring the Swamp Thing from the Swamp Thing TV show.
It's so intriguing because it would be our former Michael Myers who played Swamp Thing in that, and
Derek Mears.
Yeah,
because in the Elseworlds crossover on TV, they established that they were all different worlds in the multiverse. So Swamp Thing should be able to cross over with John Constantine that we already have both established. So all you got to do is throw in a Zatanna and Detective Chimp and a couple of other things, and you're there. And you can do Detective Chimp based on Umbrella Academy. We know a half human-sized chimp works, and you can do it, right? Right?
And,
right?
Right? Yes, right. And I was gonna say, we had the whole Detective Chimp thing. We have cats going crazy over there. We had the same Detective Chimp thing that was coming down, last year in the whole Umbrella Academy.
Oh, is that what you were going for?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, these cats are tripping me out. Man, I am just losing in every possible regard. Sorry, guys.
I'm just gonna let you sink this time.
Yeah. Oh, thanks, man. But JJ with this property. That's my biggest...
It's not JJ on board, it's Bad Robot.
I know it's his Bad Robot company, and...
but look, Bad Robot knows what they're doing. Bad Robot! Yeah. I think I did it better. But so one quick question. Can you guys and gals of the horror show do more horror anthology comic book reviews? We've done a number of them. And we actually have... already in the pipeline, we've already recorded a review of Joe Hill's Tales from the Dark Side. So that's coming. I will eventually review those Flinch comics, and I did see your comment on that unboxing about Twisted Tales. Your comment actually caused me to look at eBay for those comics, and the cheapest I saw was for the 10 issues of Twisted Tales, plus the 1 3D issue was $75.
Ooh.
And the next one below that, or the next one above that, was $175. So it's not a small investment for me to get those comics. However, I did see that it's some of Richard Corbin's earliest work, and now I'm very intrigued and tempted to spend that $75. So both, I don't have current plans, and 2, thank you, and 3, F you, because I'm likely going to have to part with $75 because of your comment. So thank you and F you all at the same time. Hey, we love you here at the Horror Show.
Indeed. And I have apparently been called out, very rightly so, with... the fact that there's a new language born that is Fuego-lish.
Fuego-lish. Fuego-lish?
Yes.
So it's like Spanish, but Fuego? Yeah. Fuego. I think Fuego-ish is it. I mean, that's... Fueguese, since it's Fueguissimo. It's Fueguise. Yeah. All right, so, Stay Real says, wow, yeah, it's no joke. $75 for 10 issues, $7.50 an issue. So those better be great. If I buy those and they're terrible, I got you to blame. So keep that in mind. If you see them pop up, you know what I had to spend on them. All right, let's move into the final story now that but hey, don't get me wrong. I very much appreciate the suggestion because I was not aware of Twisted Tales before your comment. So it made me go, look, oh, damn, and I really like Richard Corbin, so now I really want to get it. So it's a good problem you've presented me with. Don't get me wrong. All right. What horror
sounds
comics?
Like a shrunken surge.
That's fair. I speak Fuego-lish. You're right. You're not wrong, Mikey.
I'm embarrassed, Mikey. I'm sorry,
Mikey,
man.
you got to come to the States sometime. Come have some fun with us.
No,
come
I've
out
been
for
telling
DNN
him-
and have some fun with us.
I've been telling him if we ever make our way over there, we will properly like palaver and so on and so forth. But yeah, he does keep me on my toes about
Tony Robinson, what horror comics would you guys want as a TV or a movie? And I will say, Tony, there's a lot I could go to, but my initial one, I would say I would want Justin Jordan's Spread. It's a 25-issue limited series that is basically Lone Wolf and Cub taking place in a world where John Carpenter's The Thing has largely won and taken over a majority of the world. And the baby that your main character, a Wolverine analog, he's the one watching over the baby, but the baby's tears and fluids can kill the Spread. So it's as if John Carpenter's The Thing had won, and Wolverine was watching over a baby whose fluids can kill John Carpenter's The Thing. That would be a badass long-term story. And Fuego, you're 2/3 on camera again. Look at what. Why? Watch the screen, buddy. Stay on camera. They want to see your pretty face.
No, they don't.
They want to see your pretty face.
No, they don't care.
All right, so final story here. Of course they care. Most of these people are here because they like you, not because they like me, buddy. It's because we have that witty banter. That's all.
That's totally not true.
We work off of each other so well, son. It's cool. Fuego, story number 10. Snap out of it!
No, I'm just like sitting considering everything.
Stop considering. Snap out of it. Let's have some fun.
Yes. So 10th story is the fact that Don't Breathe 2. Yes, originally we were hoping that Fetty was going to direct it, and that's not transpiring, unfortunately, anymore. He is giving up the ghost, but he will still be co-writing it with his initial co-writer, who is also going to be directing it. It's Rodo
Sayagaze.
Yes, exactly. So, I mean, if you're going to have somebody who was that in-depthly involved with the initial production process, writing, so on and so forth, I can't really get that upset. I'm really curious, though, how much it's going to follow the following of Dude after our lady who was the sole survivor of that break-in, or if they're going to do something, like, completely different. That's where I really am just not 100%, because Stephen Lang was so fantastic in that movie. And then also girl who was in she was in the Evil Dead remake, if I recall correctly.
Oh, okay.
Right?
Yeah. I don't remember. Yeah.
Oh, she's beautiful.
Well,
but yeah.
Fede did both, so it makes sense.
Yeah, he did do both, and so that is where I really don't have much to say about it. I mean, there's lots of people.
Jane
who are
Levy is the name.
Jane Levy.
Yeah.
Thank you, guys. I don't know. Having somebody else, behind the writing process, behind the directing process for something that was so heralded, so well beloved, and also one of the best like thriller/horror films of the year that I got to see. I have mixed feelings, but at least it's not somebody who was an outsider who was being brought in, just to jump in and like, I don't know, ramp up, revive, so on and so forth. I mean, are you at least excited to see another film in this series?
The first one surprised me how much it was entertaining.
Yeah.
So if they can pull off the same sort of thing with part 2, absolutely. I mean, we'll obviously with the show we'll give it a watch, but we'll see. Rodo has got to, he's got to prove himself. Fede is a very accomplished director.
And that's why he's moving on to bigger things, man.
Yeah.
I mean,
so, but I'm going to give it a shot. And it said that Fede actually took part in choosing the new director as well, if I'm not mistaken. So
yes, indeed, he did.
I trust his judgment. So, yeah. I mean, I'm on board for this. I mean, someone, Zachary Haith calls it, or no, not Zachary Haith. Who said it? Zachary Haith said Turkey Baster 2. It's like, yeah, definitely. So, yeah, Jane Levy, the poor man's Emma Stone. I don't know about all that. Emma Stone's pretty unique with her red hair and all that stuff. So
well, and Emma Stone doesn't do like horror, man.
Yeah,
I mean,
not at all.
Jane Levy is
well,
done...
Zombieland, if you want, it's not horror, but
yeah, that's all comedy. Mm-hmm. Yeah, obviously.
So we can't react to the Guns Akimbo trailer because we've already watched them. So, all right, I think that's pretty much gonna do it for News with Booze, you guys. Got a little sloppy at times, but we're good.
Hey,
we made it
sorry,
through,
man.
Look, man, I'm just giving shit. I'm allowed to give shit. But anyway, it was fun, you guys. Again, we generally do this about once a month at this point, especially considering all that's going on behind the scenes for Dylan's New Nightmare, and Fuego working on the second song for the soundtrack. So hopefully we'll have some cool stuff to share with you guys soon. But until then, I just wanted to say thank you very much for joining us here on the Horror Show News with Booze. If you enjoyed the video, click the like button and subscribe, either part 1 or part 2. Sorry about that little technical hiccup, but thank you guys very much for joining us. Until next time, I've been Cecil Laird.
And gracias a mí en Fuego.
And remember, stay scared. Drink responsibly, everyone.
Yeah.